Welcome everyone. Mason City. As we hear the PA announcer announce the start of our game here. Mason City Mohawks against your Ames Cyclones. We're here with Mr. Chris Ruskowski. Hello.
Hello, Joe. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah. Hope it wasn't too ugly of a shift the other night.
No, it wasn't bad.
Wasn't the best of games.
Yeah, could have been a little bit better of that. So thanks for Travis for filling in for me. I wish we would have had both teams, varsity and JV, play a little better than they did. So hopefully we'll make that up tonight.
Well, we'll see what happens this afternoon as Keegan gets that steal, but Mason City's able to push it out, and Bryson sends it in deep. It's already been a little bit of some fireworks this afternoon here in our little section as Mohawks parents have pointed out their turf.
Yes. It's a good way to put it.
Unhappy and wants to make sure that we're in a little shoebox here. So we'll do our best to call and tell you what's happening as John Luke sends it over to Kyan. Kyan carries it over the blue line, and there's a horn from the Mike game before.
And we've experienced that before at Ames as well. So a little unfortunate it happened while we're on a break. Or I should say, Kyan was on a good break towards the net, so refs not seem fazed by this at all. Guessing the scorer's bench will have it all figured out for us. Going over and talking with the Mason City coach right now. Wonder if he's trying to pull the face-off out of the zone, but I think Kyan was well inside the zone when that went.
All right. So, thumbs up. You got Gabe at the dot. Mason City wins that. Sends it around. Brady and Caden, the defenseman pairing right now. Adrian was actually playing left wing as Max is the healthy scratch to make sure that there's enough players on.
Yeah,
bench.
right now we got scratches for Mikey as well. Max and Mikey, you might have already mentioned both. I see Max is dressed though, so we have him available to fill in for different roles if he can, or in the event of an injury or anything else happening, so that's always good. Mikey, of course, down with a little bit of an ankle injury. So
But we hear positive things. You should be
not,
back on the
not
ice Monday.
feline well, of course, with the ankle. But yeah, we're good to have Max out there dressed.
Parkers are starting netminder. And a little bit of ping pong in the neutral zone here. Front of their crease, gets into some skates, and Mason City's able to push it out. Finn and Carson out there. And Colton, Kaysen, and Tate are forwards. Tate pushes it in, or sends it in, I should say. They try getting out. Carson, though, sends it back deep. This time it gets past Carson, goes length of ice, and icing's the call. I think we're going to do a little bit of rearranging here.
Yeah, what do you need? I got Mike sending messages, so hello to the Credidios at home watching.
Weston wins that draw. John Luke over to Kyan. Kyan can't hold on to it. It goes out. He's got to send it back in. Ames gets back on side. Mason City, though, collects it. Weston gets in front of that puck. Can't get the full interception. Mason City retreats into their zone. That pass doesn't connect, and Kyan carries it in. Tries a shot. Gets blocked by 44. And then Mason City wheels it around. John Luke keeps it in.
Oh,
Missed on the first chance. Has to send it deep, but Mason City gets it, and they get it out. John Luke backhands it and not out. 43 fires a shot, goes over Parker and the net.
Higher.
And Kyan's able to flick it out. Kyan at the red line. Weston gets it, brings it over the blue line, kicks it back to himself. They've been out for quite a long shift here, so I'm sure they'll be looking to change, cycle through. Space City sends it. No icing. Waved off initially, so I think it hit us in our zone. And Kyan falls down on top of the puck. He's got to get up. And gets played, and the City sends it back down behind our net. Caden puts on a hit. Then falls down. Puck wins out, offsides. And Mason City decides to play instead of
And we got a shout out to Grandma Van Meer and Venus watching right now. Also got Michelle Rees and Marilyn. I'm not going to be able to pronounce the end of your name, so Grandma Marilyn in house too, also watching.
beautiful. We love grandmas. A couple months ago, I was visiting mine. She was very, she wanted to have it all set up so she could turn on the game. Had it all set up so she could get notifications on her TV. She hasn't watched a single one yet.
Oh no. Ooh, Gabe, here we go.
Okay, fires a shot.
Oh. I think that goaltender got a piece of that with the
Yes,
top
he
of his
did.
glove.
Brady up to Gabe. Gabe has Adrian to his left. Fires another shot, deflected up into the netting though.
Yeah, so an interesting move. We have Adrian up front right now. With Max being the healthy scratch this game, Adrian's filling in for him as a wing. We've seen Mikey in that position as well before. Or actually, he was a center for Gabe when Gabe was out.
Caden's able to keep it in, sends it back over to Adrian. Adrian over to Gabe in the skates. Adrian stays with it though. Adrian sends it back down. Slivka's over there behind their net. He falls down. Mason City flings it out. Takes a weird bounce. Brady gets it off the angle. Sends it right back to the red line. Gabe gets it at the blue line. He goes in, gets kind of held on a little bit. Mason City gets the puck away from him. They now carry it.
I don't know what the call's going to be here. There was no contact made with the...
He tried for a trip, and so they're saying it's close enough.
Well, we got Tim, one of the premier referees in this league, I would say.
I don't know how you can have a trip without touching someone, but other than Gabe did stick his foot out.
He did stick his foot out, which I definitely can see a tripping call made if the player goes down from that movement.
Maybe it's because he had to avoid it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Never seen that.
maybe an interference call would have been more appropriate if that's going to be the case.
I could accept that one, I guess. But Mississippi City gets a shot off on that. 9 seconds into their power play. Tate, Carson, Kaysen, and Finn are our opening penalty killers. Nice job by Kaysen to just swipe at it, to get it out of the zone, make Mason City reset. Carson goes after it. He turns around. It's kind of held a little bit, but there's a shot. Goal post, bounce back. And Ames is again able to get it out. Cervantes, who had quite a game the other day against us, If I remember correctly, it was him and his brother plus a cousin. Keane's able to get it, sends it out. Cervantes uses his hand though to push it back down, send it back to their teammate up at our blue line. 97 holds on to it, fires or centers a shot, centers a pass, I should say, in front of our crease, did not connect. I'm going to say that was a good thing for our boys there that they didn't. From the blue line, leg save. And Keane's able to send it up to Bryson. Bryson touches it, looking at the blue line. He knows.
It's all right. Smart play for a face-off on their end of the neutral zone. Now you don't have to bring it all the way back.
And there's 18 seconds to go on the penalty kill. We're going to have John Luke and Kyan out there with Kean and Bryson. Kean wins that draw over to Bryson, but not able to gain possession. Kyan does, and he just sends it all the way down into the corner. That's going to do it for the Mason City power play. John Luke's able to keep it in. Gabe's back on. He joins the current line.
No call there.
No call for Bryson as he's pushed down.
Of course, that's
Kyan walks up and shoots right into the body of their Mohawk goalie. Mason City's bench seems a little light today.
So Parker Pittman is our starting goalie tonight, or today, daytime game. Shout out to Lance also, watching at home. And then Dustin saying thanks, Joe, for helping get Caden's bag up here on time. So sometimes these teenage boys have things they forget. Good learning experience for all of them.
No worries. As we were talking beforehand, as the bus is loading, about whether or not I'm going to keep my truck, things like that remind me why I got to keep it.
That's right. Yep. Good justification.
Ryan collects it behind our goal line, goes behind our net, takes a look at his options. His pass gets touched just a little bit, goes up to Gabe. And again, Kaysen gets that. Kaysen out here with Gabe and Henry, not his typical line mates. Henry, shot blocker save, and Kaysen, good pressure. He's able to get it, and he sends it back in. Tate comes on, Colton comes on. So that's now Kaysen's typical line mates. As Tate's pushed down, I wouldn't expect a call, but you never know here.
That is true.
Puck goes all the way down. Cannon goes back to retrieve it. He scans the ice. Doesn't have too many options. Not sure. I think he thought Tate was going straight, and just didn't work out that way.
Oh.
Shot right into the body of Parker. We'll take those shots all day long if that's what they want to give us.
That's right. And Val, Dater's saying that you also got some gear for Carson on Thursday. So another thank you there from the Daters.
That's true, I did.
They're at home as well watching.
I have been equipment managing lately. That is right. And last weekend we had Gabe's stuff. So, yeah, we've had multiple bags in our vehicles or homes the last week or so.
That's great.
But happy to do it. No skin off my back. Our house is a mess anyway, so what's one more thing? We don't notice it.
Yeah.
As we
Ames
Kean sends it
having
up to
some
Bryson. He
major
just can't
trouble
get
with
it
the
out.
breakout right now. Man.
Again, that pass. Carson doesn't see it. Weston, he gets it and he decides just to skate it up. He dingles past one. Takes 2 slashes and shoots. 5-hole. Covered up.
Yeah, good odd angle shot there. Just put it on net. See what happens.
These teams are fairly even.
It's
Ames
kind of been
won
back and
last
forth.
weekend, yep. And when we played back in
Here
November.
we go.
Oh, John Luke's shot just right at the last second. Mason City's stick gets in the way. Adrian fires a shot into the body, loose, and can't get to it. So I was saying, Ames won last weekend, and the time before when we played, we were up here, and it went to a 12-round shootout where Mason City was victorious. We see them
One of
now.
your favorite things to end a hockey game,
Oh,
isn't
I
it?
hate it. I hate it. Quick odd angle shot, point blank, and went for the top shelf. Good. And now John Luke, keeps it nice and low.
Oh,
Wide of
Adrian
the
puts
net,
one
and
on.
it went through the crease, but Mason City, in fact, Bree Olson, former Ames player, she carried it out. Now Bristow,
Oh,
shot
just a bit
over
over the
the
top.
net. Gabe
Oh,
stays with
just
it,
can't
and
get shot off on that one.
Henry comes off. Colton comes on.
Something
Gabe's
I
able
love
to keep
seeing.
it in. John Luke's not able to keep it in. Sends it back, but no one's low. And Mason City tries wheeling it around. Bounces over. Mason City stick case in. Last chance. Gets to it. Kept it in for a while. Kyan's not able to keep it in. It's in his skates. And Colton collects it. Mason City flicks it all the way down as they go for a much needed change on their lines. Kyan picks up some speed, loses the puck. Mason City carries it. Now he's got some speed. He dumps it in, gets past John Luke, goes after it. Comes behind their net, avoids a hit, and John Luke takes a hit right in front of our bench. Colton, though, gets the puck. He's able to release a shot, but Mason City sticks, make sure he doesn't get on net there. And Mohawks carry it in. Pass, and they score.
It's that rebound, the second opportunity
No
right
look
in front.
pass, yeah. So right in front of the crease. First shot was blocked, and second off the rebound. Carries into Parker's left side and kept it low and in. So 12:55, first period. Mason City with a 1-0 lead.
We got another shout out to Carol Tripp, Gabe's grandma. And Grandpa watching from home in Indianola. So welcome.
We might have to have these Saturday afternoon games more. It looks like we're almost at 50 viewers. So we're glad you're all here and enjoying some Saturday afternoon hockey. Mason City sends it back in, but they're all offsides. Carson takes his time to get it. Sends it to Bryson. Bryson up to Kean, a little behind him. Kean, though, is able to still tap it into our zone. Goes up. And Carson puts it on net. Stick save. Sent over. Weston sends it back to Kean. Kean. He now tries backhanding a pass. Hits the side of the net. Finn goes low. Weston comes up high. Weston can't keep it in, and Carson's got an angle. He's got good pressure, holds it still. Second chance, gets a shot off. Nice save by Parker as he was sliding over. Good team effort there by Carson and Parker. Mason City's shot hits the post. You hear from the public announce dresser, 1 minute to go in the period. Pass to Bryson, gets intercepted. Carson now over to Bryson, not intercepted. Bryson now over to Weston. Gets poked a little, Bryson gets it back. Kean now has it. Kean over the blue line. Gets pushed off it, now Weston. Kean goes for a line change. And puck gets covered.
Yeah, nice little spin try by Bryson there. Just had nothing on the backhand shot.
So 26.4 seconds. It looks like the Nelson line's going to come out. Henry, Gabe, Adrian Van Meer. Shot by Henry off the faceoff and gave up a rebound. Gets past John Luke. Pass
Offsides.
over. And Kyan Stick gets there in the last second, pushes it, redirects it up into the netting. So Mason City Music Man doesn't quite know Sweet Caroline and the connection with Ames.
The Cyclones especially, yeah.
But you're playing it. To be honest, as a migrant to Ames, I don't fully understand it either, but it is what it is that makes the horn sound. And after the first period, Ames is down 1-0.
Yeah.
Shots, according to the scoreboard, though, fairly even, 7-6.
And really, I've seen some decent work out of our offense, putting some shots on, trying to get rebounds, just not getting people set in front of the net before we're getting those shots off. So, like you always talk about, throw it towards the net. Nothing bad can happen. Just need to get there. We need bodies in front.
Crash it and see what goes on, and that's what we want. So,
yeah, it does appear a few less players than they normally carry on the bench.
at least from last weekend. There is snow here, but and we're missing our typical backup goaltender as it's ACT day, and that's usually national date, so could be impacting their team as well.
That is true, yeah. Could have some players staying back testing on that. So good luck to Chase right now as he, was taking him earlier today.
And your boy
Probably done. Yep, my oldest took his earlier today.
Hopefully they did better than I did. I took a nap during my ACT.
Oh, boy, yeah. Timed out on it, huh?
Yeah, my wife doesn't like that story because then she once asked, well, what did you score? And she didn't like that I still scored better.
Oh, no.
So,
that's good, yep.
You know. But I'm glad those days are far behind us. As I was helping my 8th grader with some multiplication and parentheses and fractions last night.
And it is, mind-blowing on going back and trying to do that stuff for me at least.
I don't mind doing it as we win that draw and Gabe gets it in. He was offsides, and yes, they do call the whistle finally. I don't mind it in the sense of, it's nice to kind of go back and refresh your memory. What I don't, because it's all computer-based now, I'm like, I don't know how you do this without paper. You have to have paper in front of you.
Yes.
And then they're just not used to that. It's like, no, get line paper so you can keep it organized and watch what you're doing. Because this is like a 10-step problem. Gabe battles for the puck and gets past Caden. Ames gets back on side. Caden carries it in. Caden's stick gets lifted, still gets a shot off and into the glove, though, of the Mason City goaltender.
Yeah, good work by Caden pulling that off the boards. Holding the blue line so no one can get past him. Looks back, sees that he's on sides, or all of his players are on sides, just takes it, goes to the center, and rips a shot. Good work.
Tate.
Got a 2-on-1 here.
Oh, missed the pass.
Oh.
Had it nice and centered. Cation right there. Carson intercepts that. Gives it back, but
Oh, in front.
to the few people who texted me before game time, I apologize. I'm just seeing it now. There's a nice card show going on in the small mall. I shouldn't say nice. A small card show going on. I was busy. As the puck's on edge, icing's waved off. Finn gets it. Wasn't quite sure what to do at first. Takes a hit, and now he's been pushed off the puck. He tries giving a hit himself. Takes a hook instead, and Mason City still gains possession. Tate pushes him off. Carson goes after it. Mason City sends it backwards, though. Tate can't get a good handle on it. Finn now looks for his options. Tries bouncing it off the glass, can't. Hits Parker in the glove, goes all the way to the far corner. Tate now, he sends it back around to Finn. Finn can't hold on to it, and finally he's able to get it with enough power to push it out. Kaysen now over to Tate. Tate, his shot goes wide. Very bouncy boards here. In fact, last time we were here, if I remember correctly, Mason City scored off that. Leg saved by Parker. John Luke up to Colton. And Mason City just flings it into our zone. Weston, Bryson, Kean out there. Kyan and John Luke. Weston wins it over to Bryson. He passes it back to John Luke. Slow pass, though. Mason City is able to intercept it. Gets past Kyan. Backhands it, but there's Weston. He gets the puck. Sends it up to Kean at the red line. Kean has a lineman in the way playing a pick. And Bryson takes a hit to the head. Now he stays with it, though. Tries getting it towards the net. City in the way. Kean now, or Weston now, turns around. Goes closer, gets closer, tries a little softing
lift
up
play.
in.
Goaltender was already down. That's when you just try to wrap on him.
Bryson, he gets it. Tries centering to Kean, sauced a little too much though, and now Weston.
People in front,
He's
there
right
it
there,
is.
Kean, backhands and scores.
Good heads-up play by Weston. Comes around, takes a look at the top of the circle, realizes he has two people in front of the net wide open, so takes advantage, makes a great pass to Kean, and makes it happen. Nice backhand move around the goaltender, so good work out of that line.
3:39, Kean scores. Most likely, I assume, Weston getting the assist.
Great recognition, too, by Kean and Bryson just to position themselves perfect there behind the defense, wide open in front of the net. I imagine we're hearing a lot more talking out of our forwards, too. I know a good group of our defensemen are pretty vocal all the time about
Gabe sits down and head contact. Mason City calling for Gabe ran into her as he had the puck.
Yeah, I don't think the puck handler can get called for a penalty for checking, but maybe.
No penalty.
With Tim, anything's possible, so. But yeah, going back to our forwards communicating, they do a great job nowadays of seeming to find each other in the zone with passes, so the only thing I can equate that to is, playing together a lot more and finally opening their mouths on the ice and talking to each other.
does seem this group has gotten a lot tighter as a group as the season has progressed for sure. It's now Caden. He carries it in. He turns on the brake, so a Mohawk player runs into the glass, and their passes connect. Brady fires his shot wide of the net, but Adrian is able to get it back to him. Sends it over to Caden. Caden.
Oh,
It's
don't
past
dance
one
that. You got to
now.
just put that deep, Caden. I know he saw goal in his future there, looking ahead, but got to
Caden
get past that
right
guy.
into the glove of number 44 Mason City, who carries the last name of Ames, or Ames, but we'll say Ames. Nice stick by Caden there to poke check that. Kaysen's able to now swipe it free, get it out. Behind Colton, so he couldn't hold on to it. And Mason City just sends it in. They had her touch up. Gives Finn enough time to collect the puck over to Kaysen, but is in his skates. And now Caden, back to Kaysen. Kaysen gets it out. Mason City sends it back in, does not go on net, so no stoppage. As they were offside at the time, and we do it all over. Caden just ices it now.
Gonna send one down for a change. Getting frustrated, and you can tell Caden's pretty tired.
Indeed.
One thing I still see a lot of our JV players doing, and that line for sure was one of them, was skating past the puck and doing the big circles, doing the airplane turns as opposed to just stopping, getting right back into play. So something as we talk about development that I'm sure they work on all the time, and they obviously watch from their varsity players.
Oh, point blank.
Their varsity
just outside
players.
of Finn's reach. Sorry, I'm talking over you.
No, you're good. You're good.
As Mason City scores.
Yeah, just another broken play that Mason City takes advantage of. So really, Ames got to clean up their defensive play, not throw passes out in front, and let them have those opportunities that they're getting.
.631 makes it 2-1. Coach responds by putting Weston, Kean, and Bryson out there. Kyan, John Luke. Kyan fires his shot and goes up into the netting. Weston wins that himself. Quick shot. Side. Second chance, Kyan. Leg save. John Luke over to down to Weston. Weston's got to turn around, gets tripped up a little bit. Kean joins, and finally the puck gets loose. There's a piece of black rubber or something on the ice that.
Yeah, I think that was one of the butt ends. You see those things come flying out all the time. Players just don't get enough tape on them.
Weston into the glove.
Well, Ames doing a good response right now, getting in the zone again, getting some more work done. So far, most of this period's been down on their end. Some good offensive pressure, some good shots, good opportunities. Again, it's just, cleaning up our mistakes and getting some more shots on net.
Puck gets out of the zone. Kyan gets it stripped from him, and number 20 carries it in, leaves it. Point blank shot. Parker right into his body. So Ames changes it up. Gabe, Adrian, Henry comes out. Brady, Caden. Mason City wins it, shoots it. Up into the netting. Gabe gets it in. Goes after it. Gets his own pass from behind the net.
Oh,
Can't get a
loses
good
it.
handle on it to center it to Henry. Caden comes low.
Great idea, though, by Gabe coming around and just putting it right out
Henry
in
now
front.
centers it to Gabe, but Mason City player gets in the way. They swing it all the way. Caden's able to steal that. Send it back in. Man, nice.
Oh, that's one of those.
A last second penalty.
Yeah.
Shot had already been made and everything.
That was just a smart play by their forward, Mason City, holding onto the stick and falling down. That's as a forward myself for years, that's an easy way to draw a penalty. Unfortunately, if Caden had a stick in his hand, if he would have just dropped it early, maybe the call wouldn't have happened. But yeah, that's just smart play by Parker Page on their part, holding onto a stick, falling down, and drawing a penalty that really wasn't there. So
Caden, one of the defensemen, goes to the box for hooking.
good battle, Weston won there on the boards.
And Keenan just sends it out, right? Or Weston sends it all the way down. 30 seconds have passed on this penalty kill. Mason City falls down in front of our crease.
Looking for another call, but nothing there.
Weston carries it in, gets it swiped away from him. Mason City does some passing to themselves and carries it in. Looked like 97 jumped the gun over that blue line, but linesman says no. Their
A little higher.
shot goes way high. Or no, sorry, right into the glove of Parker. 54 seconds to go on this penalty kill.
Coach Dave talking about a few plays back when, was it Gabe that ran over
Gabe
Brianna?
ran over, yeah. Coach
Talks about-
Flory over there.
For those not able to see what he's writing on there, he talks about you can absolutely get a call for being a forward carrying the puck and reverse checking. So, especially something with head contact. So, thanks, Coach Flory.
I'd imagine that's kind of like the Heisman stance, you know, if you go straight at them. Try and stiff arm them a little. 30 seconds to go on this penalty kill. Nice little hit by Kyan. He slaps it forward. Mason City plays it. Between the legs, no look pass, but Kyan's able to steal that. Mason City poke checks it away from him quickly though, and Adrian's able to just send it down. That's going to do it for the penalty kill. Ames, another successful one. And I'm being told we have sponsors for this game again. And so we'll say that's brought to you by Platinum Chiropractor. Always love seeing them. I go shopping at the Aldi across the way and think of them often as that happens. So once I go by it. Good family, the Bartholomew's there. Molstead sends it deep. Mason City. Back to Molstead from the blue line. Taps it over. Shot doesn't get through. Caden gets in the way. He's feeling that one and will feel it even worse tomorrow.
Oh, bad
Pass doesn't
pass,
connect to Kaysen, and Tate's able to use his skates to kind of just get the puck all the way out. 15 holds it, goes down. And Caden retreats. Gives it to Brady. Taps it up to Kaysen. Kaysen pushes it out. And Ames sends it in now behind their net. 4 minutes to go in the period. Tate backhands it. Doesn't get much on it. Caden can't get good control over it. And Kaysen sends it back to Brady. Brady into no one, everyone skates. No one really could handle it, and just a bunch of ping pong table tennis going on here.
Yeah, just looking some ugly hockey both ways here. Nobody wanting to take the puck and nobody
in the
making a
neutral
good pass.
zone, yeah. Oh, pass gets behind Colton, and Ames out of position.
Yeah, and that one was an actual good play on their part. That one was taking advantage of our team standing around and watching, and player sneaks in back behind several players, wide open.
Yep. Caden was behind the play, I think, and Colton was playing up and just didn't catch what was happening there. So there we are, not 12, 11, 42. Quick shot off the draw. Adrian taps Finn. Finn taps it up, and it goes out of play. Linesman says we're going to keep it in their zone. We'll take that for sure.
I think they're looking for more pucks down here.
Definitely lost quite a few. He's looking at them, seeing which ones are game worthy. It's got the bucket in the penalty box there. Adrian right there, Henry. Henry taps it, but doesn't go on net. Henry over to Gabe, outside of his reach. Now Brady into the body of the goaltender.
So I like the way that play started out with Finn. Really up high, just keeping it in. Little spin move pass, gets things back, and then good work down low, getting things to Henry up front.
Another quick shot and into the body there. Carson's able to keep it in, fires a shot, hits a player. Carson then puts on a hit. Player's able to get it out. Mason City carries it in, and shot doesn't connect. Gabe gets going. Adrian. Puck gets out. Kean comes on, and he tries handling it, but Mason City gets it. 2 minutes to go. Mason City centers it, gets right in front of the crease. But he was able to steal it temporarily at least. Cayenne pushed it out. Mason City gets in the neutral zone. Now they send it back. Gabe falls down. Finn sends it all the way over to Cayenne. Rink wide. 90 seconds to go in this second period. And decides to keep it. Pushes it up to Kean. Kean from the top of the circle. Leg save. Bryson now keeps it in. Leaves it for Weston. Weston dangles, gets closer, and gets poked. Now Kean, though, he's able to push it towards. Goaltenders uses his stick to push it in the corner. Weston turns back around. Takes a slash, fires a shot. There's a save there. And now Mason City carries it out. No, yes. Weston's able to steal it. Kean right behind him is able to get the loose puck off a poke check. Cayenne.
Oh, he's got Weston. No.
Skates through the crease. Doesn't get a shot off and tries passing it over. But it goes out of the zone. And Kean accidentally carries it over the blue line. And when this puck drops, it's going to be just under 18 seconds to go. A little bit of conversation with the linesman. Weston wins it, sends it backwards. Ryan sends it all the way in, goes over the net, hits the glass. Kean over to Weston. Back to Kean. Fires a shot. Blocker
wide.
save. 5 seconds. Kyan
There's one.
fires a shot from in front of our bench.
Yeah, so Ames putting in a lot of work this period. Finally pays off. Pulls one off the boards. Just fires it far side, open net. So
Under a second to go.
good work, good team effort for the last
Ryan makes it 3-2.
minute and a half with that line, really working it down in the zone, getting a lot of opportunities. They come up, get a good face-off, nice DDD pass. Kyan gets it deep, and they go to work. Good work, boys.
That does it. That second period brought to you by Chevron. Always proud of our sponsors and happy for them. Both teams head to their locker rooms as they going to cut the ice here with an official Zamboni, Coach Flory. I know you always like knowing that. And
Calling it the Zam. Yep, this one is a Zamboni.
It is a Zamboni. You can see it on the license plate there. The ice resurfacer. So it's kind of been hit and miss, I'd say. Some pretty spots, some ugly spots.
I think much better second period than first, although the score doesn't reflect it. But the way they were playing, the way they were keeping it in the zone and looking for those, backdoor pass shot combination, just getting in the slot all together. We're getting a lot more rotation of players through there. Guys doing a good job. Guys are doing a good job.
So we're going to take a short break here. They have 11 minutes to go on the countdown here. And we hope that you don't go far either. So we'll be back soon for should be an exciting third period as always. All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. Want to give a shout out to Mason City rink people. We mentioned how some of the Mohawk fans kept pushing us over and telling us we were crowded on their space. And lovely lady came over and Mason City shirt said, nope, you can't be doing that. And sadly, unfortunately, some people just aren't nice and chose not to listen. But Bryson hits it and goes over, lifted alone as Ames tags up, back on side.
Here we go.
And Bryson, quick shot, Sagor!
Great play.
And Bryson!
You know, I was saying right away on that offsides. I thought they were going to blow it dead. Bryson pulls back, touches it, but pulls back and lets it go. And good play by him. Great job behind the net by Kean and Weston. And good positioning by Bryson. Again, talking about, you know, crashing the slot, being ready for shots. Perfect play there, boys. Great work.
It's perfect right there. Quick decision making. And makes it a tie game, 3-3.
Yeah, and this line just continues to do some good work out there.
We'll say that goal brought to you by Carl Chevrolet.
Your dealer for life, I believe.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, great to see Bryson end up with that goal. I mean, he's put in so much hard work. All of the players obviously have. I think we've really seen a lot of changes out of him in the last couple months in his aggressiveness, willing to take the hits.
Weeks, yeah.
Oh, yeah, just everything. So
he's
pays off.
His confidence level has increased, as you can tell, just as he's been carrying the puck.
A little sticky spot on the ice there.
Weston over to John Luke. John Luke back to Weston. Weston gets closer.
No,
tries
keeps
right
trying
there.
that.
Left it bouncing. No, does not cross the goal line. Weston leaves it for Kyan. Kyan winds up, shoots, hits the goalie, goes back towards Weston now. No one on the left side. John Luke tries getting it down to Bryson. Bryson is able to get it, but this time Mason City sends it out. Kyan goes in front of our net, or our bench, sorry. It's round one as Ames changes all but number 8. And
good job by Kyan to slow him down. We know that 20
no,
is a pretty.
Keaton's still out there. Gabe
pretty
and
fast
Adrian
skater.
are.
Oh.
Gabe stays with it, fires a shot. Stick save. Caden gets it poked away, pushed out. Mason City now carries it into our zone. Kyan falls down.
Good job by Caden in front of the net. Even Kean coming down low and recognizing that player all alone. Both of them take
Kean's
away
been
that
out
opportunity.
the whole period so far. He's got to get. His legs got to be getting tired. He's got to change here.
See him send it.
So he gets
Yep,
it and sends
there
it
it goes.
down, but it's on edge. They're going to call icing. Nope, they wave it off last second. Oh, it gets past Adrian.
Ooh, a little slash, no call, but we'll take that.
And
Oh,
Parker doesn't get to cover it up, and Brady just sends it all the way down
go for
off the
icing.
ice, and that will go for icing.
Caden coming over and hugging Brady on that one. He was trying to push it back to Parker and just kind of pushed it beyond him and created a little bit of confusion, stress on our end, but things worked out, and 2D partners talking it out right now and laughing about it. Thankfully, it didn't end up in the back of the net. So,
See Coach kind of giving a little bit instruction there. We're just talking about Coach and how he grew up in the Mason City Youth Hockey Association. In fact, his dad, former coach of the Mason City High School team. Coach Papa, he's affectionately known in Ames. came out of retirement a few years ago, I think during the Pee Wee years for some of this group, and did a season or two.
All right. Passing on all that good hockey knowledge, that's what we need for sure.
Yeah. Paulson family gives a lot back to AMHA as there's at least one brother who's coaching one of the younger levels. And there might even be another.
It's one of those hard decisions to make if you've coached them when they're young and bring them all up. And I know Coach Paulson probably wanted to enjoy being a dad watching, but duty called, and he answered that call, and we really appreciate for what he's doing for these boys on JV.
Amen. He'll be the
Doing a
first to
great
tell
job.
you that he's not a fan of parents at this level coaching their own kids. As Tate now, his shot hits some shin guards. Mason City gets it, gets past Kyan. John Luke goes, Mason City puts on the brakes and turns around, quick shot. Weird knuckler there. Parker's able to hit it in his leg and cover it up.
I like seeing Parker just fully commit to that like it's a normal puck coming at him. You know, sometimes we see goaltenders will try to soft play that. Talking to Chase after that one that went in against him, you know, it's things that happen. We've seen it in the NHL. Anything can happen. So nice to see Parker just stack against that post, even though it's a soft one coming in on him.
Ames gets away with an offsides there, and Kean just kicks it in, keeps it in. Takes a little stick, I think, to his skates.
Yeah, John Luke.
John Luke backhands it. Kean gives a hit. Weird bounce. Kyan can't get a good handle on it, but he goes after it. John Luke's able to keep it in, puts it down. Sends it to Weston. Dangles past one. Can't dangle past two.
Oh,
Bryson, though,
with
goes
another
for a second.
opportunity. Oh.
Weston. Tried getting a little too fancy there, I think Weston was. And well, they do call it off.
That's all right. We need a good change, and this is not a bad ice position to have it, I suppose. So talking about earlier in the game, that short bench for Mason City, this might be having a pretty good effect on them.
Does seem that the game has slowed down quite a bit here.
Good work,
Gabe
Gabe.
wins that. Goes after, crashes the net. Caden now, he gets the loose puck, puts it on net. Another save by the goalie. Goes into the corner, off the glass, up over Adrian. That's hard to do. Brady's able to send it back out, though. Good pressure by Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe
Henry
missing,
kicks it over, and
missing a couple games due to illness. It looks like he's fully recovered. I'm not sure if he has, but he's got some good energy on him and putting on great pressure today.
Adrian puts pressure on as Ames changes. Colt and Tate come on. Caden sends it back down. Caden been doing a great job going back and forth, offense, defense the last month.
Not sure what
And
that call was.
I think it was offside. I think it tapped up and out briefly.
Okay.
And so Casey comes on the ice to complete the change as Adrian heads to the bench.
Oh,
Carson and Finn out there now.
Offensive zone draw here, so I'm not sure what that was.
Tate gets possession off that draw. Bounces over Finn. Carson has to put on the Jets really well, and enough pressure to disrupt that pass. Now 20, he gets it. Nice stick by Finn to steal it. Finn pushes it up. Oh, Colton didn't realize that's what he was doing. He angled over, but Mason City still sends it and brings it into their own zone. Bounces up over Finn again, and Now, Finn's going into the box.
Yeah, we had a parent make the call from the stands, and
Interference.
referee quickly puts his hand up after that. Not going to deny that that's what it was, but it was perfect timing.
I'm not quite sure how. They were all playing the puck, but yep. So, let's see what happens here.
Well, 3-on-3, right?
6:14, 8:46 to go. Oh, my sponsor sheet just fell down. As,
no.
like we said, we don't have too much room here. So thank you.
Someone calling a timeout here, so
See who called it? It's collecting our sponsor sheet in good time. Timeout brought to you by Charles Seavers with Farm Bureau. Wonder if Mason City, based on how they seem to already be kind of set up, and
yeah, give that line a break for a second. You know, we've been talking about their short bench, and most of those players shift one break and then right back out. Mostly running two lines right now, so we'll see how this shakes out. We've got, you might have already announced the lineup we have for the kill.
John Luke, Kyan, Weston, and Kean out there. Mason City's going to have numbers that we've seen all day long. Last week giving us troubles too, 8, 97, 13, 25, and 20. So are usually numbers that, a lot of those are numbers that are familiar. Backhand shot, second shot, both saved by Parker. Both teams keep the same lineups out there, and Weston wins that draw. Goes behind our net. Tries leaving it. They push it, centered it. Parker is able to kick it over. Ames needs to get back in their box here, as it wasn't looking pretty. Page from the blue line, back over. Shot over the net.
The old breakout
It
shot
goes
that we
all the
love
way
to see.
around.
Come on, Mohawks!
It's in the sticks. Kean's able to get it. He's just going to play keep away for a little bit. Sends it over to John Luke. John Luke skates it into the neutral zone, sends it deep.
Let's go, Mohawks! Let's go!
Yeah.
Weston playing the puck. And Mason City now, 45 seconds to go on their power play. Bring it back in. Shot wide and into the netting, out.
Yeah, I think I see the netting moving a little bit. I
Yep.
don't know where that one went, so. Well, able to get a good change for us. 34 seconds left on this kill.
Caden comes on, Brady comes on. Bryson and Adrian. As Caden just spins around, flings it out. Shot wide yet again. Mason City, Ames not giving them a lot of options. And Ames is going back to Phil. Strength
Oh!
in as it's loose.
Oh, that one.
Loose puck.
Yeah,
Parker
bounces
made the
around a
initial
couple
save,
times.
bounced
So.
up. And once the Mohawks settled it down, he's able to put it in as the penalty ended. Carson Finn still out there. Henry, Adrian, Gabe out there now.
Finn doing good work going in 1-on-4 and getting a shot off.
See the former Cyclone, Bree Olson, out there for Mason City. She's the one that took the charge from Gabe and hit her back of her head on the ice, bounced up. So glad to see that she's still, that all's okay with her. Finn pushes off the puck, and now Gabe. He goes, there's Carson to his left. Fires a shot, rebound, Carson! Can't get it back on net. Now, Gabe decides to finish off his cross check.
Yep, going to take them both on this, it looks like. So it'll be even, I think, 5-on-5.
Up roughing for both of them. So Gabe and 44, which is, that's Ames or Ames.
Or, yes.
Ames? I don't know. 5-on-5 hockey though still. Colton keeps it in. Kaysen goes after on the left side. We hit the 5 minutes to go mark. Tate, puck on edge. Never really is able to settle it down, sent it over, but Kaysen, nice keep in.
Oh, just misses.
And as he was passing it up to, just got a last second stick there. Kyne's able to steal that. He settles the puck down. Sends it in deep. Kaysen goes after it. Tate and Colton behind him. Centers it, trying to get to Colton, but Mason City gets in the way. Colton gets the loose puck. Hits Cervantes in the skate. He's able to keep it in. Puts a shot on. Leg save by Parker.
Yeah, and we need to change badly.
Kyan gets it. Gives it to Tate. Tate. He dumps it in. Goes for a little pressure. Bryson, Caden, Kean come on. Kyan goes and collects it. So Tate's able to change. And now all three forwards are changed. Weston.
Oh, Bryson almost gets one.
Kyan fires another shot. He scored the second goal of the game, I believe. Third goal. Yeah, second for Ames. That's right. Bryson's got the third at the start of this third period. Caden over to Kyan. Kyan up to Bryson. Bryson, rink wide pass to Kean.
Good bounce.
And Kean's still able to put it on net. Hit the post, but left there. Caden kept it in, fires a shot, goes up, hits the glass. Brady keeps it, gets it taken away from him. Asby's going to have a one-on-one, and nice save by Parker. 3 minutes to go. Weston now. Gets past one, carries it into the blue, can't get past number 2.
Sure would like to see a power play to finish this, but I don't think we can be that lucky to get even one today. Here we go, Bryson.
Right there, shoots, point blank, but right there into the belly of the goaltender. So coach sending Adrian, Gabe, and Henry out there. Gabe out of the penalty box. Henry Didn't get to Adrian, but Finn's able to push it towards closer than that. The goalie brings it closer to him to try and cover it. Still in skates. Adrian
go.
shoots.
Oh,
And does get covered up.
Stop, fire!
So
Face-off win.
Yep.
Ooh, I think Adrian had a piece of that.
goalie covers it yet again. Only 3 seconds came off the clock there. Mason City decides to change their forwards. Gabe still gets a shot. Loose. Oh, wide open net, but hit the side. Henry can't. Finn's got to go back to get it. Carson takes a hit. Interference, no call.
No call there, of course. We can't get those.
Adrian centers it. Henry turns around, misses that. And City sends it all around. Kyan goes after it. $1:45 to go.
Oh.
Not sure what was that. And Mason City, though, steals it. At least poke checks it out.
Smart play, just killing it on the boards.
Kyan hits. Gabe in the skates. Gabe goes after it. Can't get it far enough now. Forwards need a change. John Luke, he carries it in. He's going to give the forwards a chance.
Oh, gets an opportunity.
Kaysen, Colton, come on.
Stop, fire!
And they're going to get a minute 09 to try and tie this game.
Parker's coming off now, so we'll see. We got timeout by Ames. Thought Parker was coming out of the net, but we'll see what
I'm
happens
sure he
here.
is. He's on the bench, so that's going to be the game plan. Win this face-off and scoreboard showing Ames is 26 shots. The Mason City's only 14.
Well, I mean, we've seen it most of the game. It's just a few things here and there, let up here and there, and puck turns up in the back of our net. Done a pretty good job putting together most of the game, minus a few mistakes here and there. So as we talk about throughout the season, it's about development. I think we're seeing that. It's nice to see us in these games, but definitely could be a 3-0 game right now for the Cyclones. Or maybe a 3-1 on that great pass across the ice that he put in.
It will be interesting and fun to watch this team as they continue on over the next couple of years.
Let's go, Mohawks! Let's go, Mohawks!
And coach does change out the forwards. He's going to send now Weston to take the face-off. Keen on his right side. John Luke right directly behind him. Adrian on his left. Gabe's going to be on the right. And Kyan's going to be playing back near the blue line. Mason City wins that draw. They wheel it around, but it hits the ref instead. We'll take that. And puck in some skates. Kean now, he gets it.
This is
John Luke's able to keep it in. Sends it off the glass. Weston can't settle it down. John Luke gets it. Turns around. And it does. Mason City taps it out. John Luke hits him in the skates, and that's going to be an empty netter.
Yep, that's probably the best goal they've scored all game.
And it's going to give Mason City a 5-3 lead.
Well, just couldn't quite get anything set up. You know, we had some loose puck on the boards. Nobody could really get a good stick on it. And then once we did, we got a little bit of work, but nothing to really get a good opportunity off of. So all learning experiences. This is JV, so see if the boys can keep building.
And we get one more shot at this Mohawk team.
Oh, that's true.
They'll be in town. Is it next weekend or the week after? I think that's the last home game of the season's against them. As Parker makes one more save.
Okay. Yeah.
Glove. That last weekend. So we are actually coming up to that. We were 2 weeks away. As next week we have a game on Saturday against the Capitals. The 15th. That's Saturday. Yep. And then 3 games to end the season, back to back to back. A Friday home game against this Mason City team. And that's going to be for the series, for the season series actually, is Mason City's 1-2, Ames is 1-2, but Ames has that extra point from that overtime loss, so, or that shootout loss, I should say. And what did I say? Oh, Friday the 21st or 22nd, whatever that Friday is, Mason City in home, ends the home games, and then we have 2 in Kansas City to finish out the season. So 4 games to go, and we'll see you next Saturday against the Caps, where it's going to be a tough game for sure.
That'll definitely be a tough one. Yeah, they've been putting on a lot of wins lately, and yeah, it's good for the boys to have that one though.
So 10 minutes are on the clock. Varsity players are joining their teammates on the ice here, pushing their sticks in the bench. They're going to start warming up, and then they'll see an ice cut, followed by opening lineups and or starting lineups and any opening festivities that Mason City has planned. So,
yeah,
Chris, it's nice working with you again.
Good seeing you again. Yeah,
and
stick around for varsity.
Yeah. Everyone, safe travels back and have a good night or a good day.